This week I'm driving the 2021 Cadillac Escalade diesel. For the first time, Cadillac offered the diesel powertrain inside of the Escalade. Usually when you step up to the Cadillac products, you only have the choice of a V8 6.2 liter, but it's not the case for 2021. Now we've got the diesel. It's pretty interesting, but which one is the better powertrain? Is it the V8 6.2 liter or the diesel? So today we're gonna talk about this. I already reviewed two other Escalade on the channel, a sport one, a platinum one. So if you want to have more details about the interior, the screen, the suspension, the performance and all that, go check out my other reviews. Today we're going to talk a little bit more about the diesel and also the Super Cruise technology. On the road we can find an inline 6.3 liter turbo diesel, good for 277 horsepower and 460 foot-pounds of torque. This engine is matched to a 10-speed transmission. So under the hood, as you can see, it's the same engine we can find under the hood of a Silverado, a Sierra, a Yukon, a Tahoe. There's no Cadillac, flashy cover. It's the same good old engine we can find under a pickup truck, and I like that. All right, I'm gonna do an acceleration to see if there's a big difference between the 6.2 liter and the diesel. $50, $80, $100. You see, it's not as quick as the V8, the version, but it's not slow. So, it's pretty decent. It's not a huge sacrifice on the performance, but there is a sacrifice. All right, on the road with the Escalade diesel. Obviously you've got less horsepower than the V8 6.2 liter. I'm getting on the highway right now. As you can see, when you're higher in speed, you need that horsepower. There's not a ton of them. When you do a quick acceleration off the line or in the city or in the traffic, you get plenty of torque with 460 foot-pounds of torque, the same as the V8, but you get that torque at really low RPM. That's a plus. A little bit like the EcoBoost you can find in the Lincoln Navigator. But once you're at higher speed or on the highway, when you try to do a kickdown or pass someone, this is where the Duramax diesel engine is lacking if we compare it with the V8 6.2 liter. But otherwise, really nice engine to drive around. It's quiet. Diesel engine these days are not like the diesel we used to have before. They're not noisy. They don't do any black smoke. They're not, slow. You're sacrificing on the performance versus a big 6.2 V8. But otherwise, it's a pretty decent, performing engine wise. You got a great transmission, 10-speed transmission. For average Joe, someone who doesn't need like a big performance, they're gonna be pretty satisfied with this engine. And once again, really quiet on the road, really fun to drive. It fits easily the vibe of this Escalade easily. Maintenance wise, other than the DEF liquid you gotta add on, usually the dealership will take care of this, so it's not a big deal when you're choosing a diesel engine. Obviously you have to find the right gas station with the diesel. It's not a big deal, especially here in Canada. Most gas stations offer the diesel, and right now it's cheaper than the regular gas, so that's a big plus. Don't forget, when you're choosing the V8 6.2 liter, you have to put premium fuel, so it gets pretty pricey, especially lately. So there's almost like 30 cents per liter of difference between the diesel and the premium fuel, so that's a big difference for both. This week, the Escalade I'm driving is equipped with the new Super Cruise, something I didn't have in the two previous Escalade I drove. So simply, put your Escalade on cruise control, set up your speed, and then you need to press on the button just right here. Then when it's ready, a green light's gonna light up inside of your steering wheel. And then you can let it go and it's gonna drive itself. It's pretty cool. It's a great system. It's been developed with the Army LiDAR. You can only use the Super Cruise on Super Cruise roads. So there's a map. So most highways in Canada and the US are available to use with the Super Cruise. But if you're just in a country road, you're not able to use this system. And I think that's a plus. If you compare this system with the Tesla system, you're able to use it pretty much almost anywhere. If you're not really, if you don't look at the road or you fall asleep, it still can work. It's not the same with the Super Cruise. You have sunglasses. If you're not looking in front of you, the system's gonna ask you to take the wheel back. It's a really safe system, way much more safer than the Tesla system. It's a big plus for Cadillac having those Super Cruise. Also, you can change lanes with this system. It works pretty well. I'm gonna try to show you how it works. I'm gonna put my flasher on. As you can see, it's turning the steering wheel right now, and I'm gonna pass this car in front of me who was pretty slow. And so, I didn't have to touch the wheel, only the blinkers. It works really well. Also, this technology is gonna work also if you have a trailer behind you. If it's the Super Cruise 2.0, something you're gonna be able to get in the GMC Sierra 2022. It's cool, and once again, I've been looking for this technology a lot. They want a lot of competition between manufacturers, Tesla, Mercedes-Benz, BMW, and usually Super Cruise is always number one and always the safest. So that's something you have to keep in mind. It's cool to have a kind of like a autopilot, but is it safe? And I think the Super Cruise, it's one of the best one, if not the best one on the market. All right, fuel economy wise, this week I was averaging 9.6 liters per 100 kilometers. That's pretty good, under 10 liters per 100 kilometers. That's a big plus for the diesel. Usually with my Yukon, I drive a Yukon Denali every day with a 6.2 liters. I'm averaging between 14 to 15 liters per 100 kilometers. So at least 5 liters per 100 kilometers difference between the V8 6.2 liter and the diesel. So that's a big plus. And also you can do almost 1,000 kilometers with one tank. Once again, that's a big SUV. You can carry up to 8 people. You've got an air suspension. You can tow up to 7,700 pounds with the diesel, with the 4-wheel drive system. If you're opting for the 2-wheel drive, you can go up to 7,900 pounds. There's not a ton of sacrifice to make when you're choosing the diesel. Yes, it's lacking a little bit on the horsepower side, but for the fuel economy, I think it's a good bargain to sacrifice a little bit on the performance to get that really good fuel economy, especially in a big truck like this. Something, I think it's lacking for this Cadillac. It's really, there's no Cadillac treatment to that diesel. It's the same good old diesel you'll find under the hood of a Sierra, a Silverado, Yukon, Tahoe, name it. It's all the same engine. There's no different, engine cover. I wish, he had a little Cadillac touch, a tune, a little bit more horsepower, a little bit more performance for the Cadillac brand. I know it can be a big plus if your background is more truck kind of guy like me, and you're used to use like machinery with diesel or diesel pickups and all that. Maintenance wise, on the long run, it's the same good old engine we can find under the hood of a pickup truck. That's a big plus. But for the Cadillac customer, I think they should have done something a little bit different from the same guy who stay in your street, who's doing some construction. He's got the same engine as your Cadillac, whose the price is pretty pricey also. You know, this week the model I'm driving, it's good for 129,000 Canadian, just under that. You know, it's pretty pricey. It's a nice SUV. Every time I drive an Escalade, it's pretty nice, you know. Once again, you can go check out my other reviews. They're fun to drive, really comfortable on the road. You know, we got the air suspension mixed with the magnetic suspension. Good handling for the size of this SUV. Inside, it's super nice, super screen. We've got night vision, so much stuff inside. You can put your map in front of you. Super comfortable seats. We've got the screen in the back. We've got tons of speaker all around. You know, it's a really nice SUV. But if you're just like me and you know, you're looking at the difference between a Yukon and Escalade, you know, that 30,000 more than the Yukon Denali. You can get the Denali also with the diesel. It's a huge gap. Personally, I choose the Yukon. I don't need all the flashy Cadillac things and the super sound system, the super cruise and all that. I can make some sacrifice on the equipment. Basically, you can get pretty much, you know, the same truck for 30,000 less with the Yukon Denali, with the same powertrain, the same power. That's something for me. I think value-wise, you know, I think the Yukon, it's a little bit better than the Cadillac, but still the price is up there with the Navigator, the Mercedes-Benz, and the BMW. Price-wise, it's okay. Value-wise, from my point of view, as a Yukon owner, you know, I think the Yukon is a better value for your money. So which one it's better? Is it the V8 6.2 liter or the diesel? I think if you do a lot of mileage and you don't want to pay a big price of the premium fuel and all that, it's really worth it to invest in the Cadillac with the diesel. If you're a little bit more like me, you like to have some fun behind the wheel. But from my point of view, you know, I don't do a lot of mileage each week. Yes, it costs me a lot of money every time I go to the gas station. I wish I had a diesel on that side, but behind the wheel, I have a little bit more fun driving the V8 6.2 liter when I'm trying to pass someone or I'm in a hurry. You know, just the sound, the rumble of the V8. From my point of view, it's a little bit more fun to drive. But if you're every day inside of your Escalade and you do a lot of mileage, the diesel, I think it's really worth it. So let me know in the comments which one do you prefer? Is it the V8 6.2 liter or the diesel engine? Maybe there's an upcoming full electric Escalade, I think, on the drawing boards. It's coming soon also. That might be interesting also. So let me know which one would you choose, the electric one, the diesel one, or the gasoline one. Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And we're gonna see each other on the next review. And as you can see, I'm still not touching the steering wheel. Super cruise.